Hello, welcome to Success Nation. I'm your host, Gary Ernest. Today I'm going to talk to you about not listening to the noise. Not listening to the noise. And you might ask yourself, you know what? Well, there's no out. We don't have noise. I'm not listening to the noise. If it's too noisy, why? How can I hear anything? That's what you might ask yourself, right? Well, what I'm saying is not listening to the noise is not listening to the negative news and negative problems that's going on around the world. And when you stop listening to the negative news, you can be a more productive citizen for this planet. And I'm sure right now you might say to yourself, well, that's not nice. That's not possible for me to stop listening to the noise, stop listening to the negative news, stop listening to the hype, stop listening to all that negativity. It's hard. You might say to yourself, it's hard for you to do. But is it really that hard for you to stop listening to the noise? Because you have to understand right now, you have a lot of noise, but you're also neglecting your life. You have a lot of noise. You are neglecting your life. You are neglecting your well-being by listening to the noise. And if you're listening to the noise that's going on, how is that really affecting you as an individual? You have to ask yourself those questions. You have to ask yourself, how is that affecting me personally? And that wouldn't make you a selfish person. It'll make you a healthy person to understand how to silence the noise. Because while you hear a lot of noise, you have companies making billions out of the noise. So therefore, the noise is not bad for them. The noise are good for them. It's good for them to make noise. It's good for them because that's where they profit. And how do you prosper if you are listening to the noise? Well, you have to know what the noise will cause to happen in your life. By understanding what the noise would cause, you will understand why not to listen to the noise. You sit back and right now you say, man, it's hard for me not to listen to the noise. Is it that hard for you not to listen to the noise? Is it that hard for you to do? And I'm going to tell you what the noise is causing to happen to you. And then if you stop listening to the noise, what's going to happen to you? For example, you look at unresolved conflict, things you don't have control over. You look at the situation that's going on right now. You say to yourself, "Oh man, it's tough out there. Life is going to be hard." Well, how is your life right now? Look at your life right now. Ask yourself, what's going on in your life right now? Don't worry about the future. Don't worry about the noise. Don't worry about the things you cannot control. Ask yourself questions about the things you can control. What can you do right now when it comes to all this noise going on? All this anxiousness, the uncertainty that's going on in your life, the uncertainty that you have no control over. And if you do not have control over that uncertainty, what can you do as an individual to control your life? To control the outcomes of your life? And if you stop listening to them, you start looking at them from an analytical perspective. From an analytical reasoning, you start looking at it not from a perspective of you worrying about everything that you have no control over. Look at it from a perspective where what can you do as an individual to fix this problem? And we have people doubting religion. We have people doubting politics. We have people doubting everything that is going on around our world. They are doubting everything. They are saying to themselves, you know what? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. The future's bleak. I don't know what I need to do. They worrying about what's coming while they don't have control over the situation that's happening right now. If you don't have the control over what's happening in your life right now, but you're worrying about the future that is not even here. You're not doing anything to better your life, but you're worrying about the future that is not even here. It's like people who refuse to take care of themselves. They refuse to take care of their health because they're worried about what's going to happen in the future. But your behavior right now will dictate what happens in the near future. Your behavior will dictate what happens, not solely by the negative news that you're listening to, the naysayers. All that is good because you have to understand what's really going on around this world. We are in a critical time, in a critical moment. However, if we as a people, we understood what's really going on without all the worries, with all the negative problem that's being fed to you, without thinking about them, you will better your life. Because if you are thinking about the only thing you're thinking about is the negative thing that's going on around you, you're not going to live a productive life. You're not going to take care of your family. You're not going to take care of your life. You're going to live a careless life. You're going to do things that is contrary to you as a being who is supposed to survive. You would not want to survive because you will succumb to the negativity that's being fed to you. And all that negativity is not going to help you. All the negativity is going to do is going to put you in a box where you worry all the time, because that is not going to be good for you. That is not good for you to think too much about the things that you cannot control. Because, see, when you listen to negativity, what it does to you, it gives you unrealistic expectation. That's what it does. If you're listening to things that are negative, you will have unrealistic expectation, unrealistic prediction about your life and everybody else around you. So you have to learn to not listen to the noise that's going on. You have to learn, but I know you might say to yourself, you know what, G, I don't know how to do it. If you don't know how to do it, send me an email. Send me an email. And I'll send you some materials on how to stay positive. Because if you don't know how to do it, all you do is, right now we have people right now that, they wake up in the morning, they drink. Because they don't know that the future of this world, the future of this country is so uncertain. They don't know what to do. They worry. Their anxiety is sky high because they are listening to all the negativity that is going on right now. All the negativity that's going on, they are listening to it. It is affecting their health. It's affecting their family's well-being. And if you keep listening and you keep absorbing, like you're absorbing all the negativity like a sponge, it is not going to help you. What the negativity is going to do is going to put you in a box. The negativity is going to put you in a hole. The negativity is going to take you down. The negativity is not going to help you rise. It's going to take you down. And a lot of people right now, I know a lot of people right now are listening to all kinds of stuff, all kinds of information that you say to yourself, oh my God, how could you? And a lot of people right now are coming out and taking advantage of other people. And then that's the truth. Because by feeding them negativity, you are feeding on their negative emotions. By feeding in the negative emotion, you are putting their psyche on the negative polar. Instead of being in a positive polarization, you go in a negative polarization. And by being in negative polarization, you cannot get out of a box just by simply being negative. Whether you are running a country, whether you are running a business, the energy you put in that environment will come back to you. Whatever you focus on, that's what you will get. You will not get positivity if you're solely focusing on negativity. If you're listening to all the negative news, and you listen to negative news when you wake up in the morning, you listen to negative news when you're at work, you listen to negative news while you're taking your break, you listen to negative news while you're going back home, and you wondering why you're not making productive decisions in your life. And look at it this way. Your mind is like the soil, is like the ground. What you put in there, you would reap what you sow. If you decide to sow negative energy into your mind, you will get what? You're not going to get positive energy back. You cannot plant apples and expect oranges to come out. Pretty simple. You cannot plant apples in your life and expect oranges to come out of it. If you do not nurture the ground, which is your brain, if you do not nurture it with positivism, with positive vibe, with positive energy, with positive people, with positive news, you are feeding your mind negativity. And as a result of you feeding your mind a negativity, you are not going to rise above your potential. You're not going to rise above your potential. You know, you look at things, you look at people, you look at situations, and you say to yourself, you know what? I don't know what to do. You say to yourself, I don't know what to do right now. People are worrying about so much right now. A lot. People are worrying about a lot of things right now. And then on top of that, they are being fed a lot of information that is not helping them. A lot of information that is simply not helping them in a positive way. It's not. And when the negativity is not helping you, and sooner or later you don't realize that, it hasn't worked. It hasn't worked. Because if you don't open yourself up to receive positive energy, to receive good vibrations, to receive what's coming for this planet, what's coming for this world, what's coming for you in a positive way, all you're going to breed will be negativity. All you are going to breed will be negativity. The thing about negativity, it doesn't not go away. Negativity doesn't go away. You might say to yourself, no, that's not true. I can fix it. Well, at a certain point, you are so deep into, you are neck deep into so much negativity, it will be hard for you to get out of it. You have to start now. You have to start right now where you are right now. You have to start. Do not wait for when it's too late for you to get out of it, because at a certain time, it'll be too hard for you to get out of it. It'll be so hard for you to get out of that negative world, you won't know how to get out of it. You won't even know what it is. It'll be hard for you to get out of it, because you might say to yourself, Lord, have mercy on my soul. What can I do? And you realize that you just buried yourself in the sand. In order for you to rise above your potential, you have to learn to not listen to the negativity that is going on around you. You have the power, but that power can only be used. That power, you can only harness that power by feeding it the proper vibe and energy. If you cannot do that, you're not going to rise above your potential. It's not going to happen. Yes, of course, you might say, yeah, you know what? I can't do it. I know you can do it. You have to start right now. Remember, if you feed what you put in your mind, if only thing you feed your mind is negativity, you will only get mostly and a 100% negativity back. You plant what you sow will be what you reap. If you wake up in the morning, all you do, you worry about uncertain things you don't have control over, and you're neglecting your life, you would lose control. You would only receive negativity. In order for you to grow, You have to change and think in a positive way. See what works. Do not see what you do not have control over. What do not work, don't see them. Don't look at principles and practices that has not been working. Look at the practices that's been working in a positive way, not a negative way. Remember, like and subscribe. Thank you.